We return now to our top story, President Trump's state visit to the United Kingdom. Our Yamichel Sandor is traveling with the president and reports that despite the trappings of royalty, Mr. Trump received a raucous welcome, and he had quite a bit to say himself.
President Trump stood silently next to the Queen, observing palace rules after spending the weekend breaking a host of political ones. Even before Marine One landed at Buckingham Palace, the president had already piled onto Britain's mounting political chaos. Outside the palace walls, London gave him a very different sort of welcoming ceremony.
I don't think that Donald Trump should have been invited to this country by the Tory government. He's a white supremacist racist. He has no respect for women, for people of color, or anything else you can think of except himself.
He's tearing up a lot of what this country believes in, and we invited him here, and we're giving him all this pomp and circumstance and normalizing his behavior, and it's messed up.
The president returned the favor by taking aim at a number of notable figures in his host city. He renewed a feud with London Mayor Sadiq Khan, tweeting that he was a, quote, stone-cold loser. He insulted a member of the royal family, and he shattered diplomatic protocol by getting involved in British domestic politics. This is a city and nation in turmoil. This week, Prime Minister Theresa May plans to step down as leader of her party. And the United Kingdom is supposed to leave the European Union in just 4 months. But there's no agreement on key issues.
I mean, really, he couldn't have come at a more awkward time.
The president criticized May's handling of Brexit, saying she had not been tough enough.
The UK allowed the European Union to have all the cards. And it's very hard to play well when one side has all the advantage.
President Trump offered his take on who should replace May. He said ex-Foreign Secretary and Brexit supporter Boris Johnson would make a, quote, excellent leader of the Conservative Party, or Tories. He's a colorful, controversial former journalist and mayor of London. Johnson wants to reopen Brexit talks with the EU, but if that fails, he said he would support leaving with no deal. But even Johnson is trying to choreograph a delicate dance.
How useful is it for Team Boris to have this endorsement, to have this meeting at this stage? I'm not sure it is that helpful. And he might, as he's trying to appeal to more moderate members of his party, want to distance himself from the US president during this trip.
The president also hinted he might stop sharing intelligence with the UK if Labour Party leader Jeremy Corbyn were to win the next general election.
I'd have to meet him. I don't know him.
Corbyn boycotted the state dinner. Trump said that was a mistake. Other members of parliament said a state visit was an honor Trump did not deserve. Stephen Dowdy, a Labour member of parliament, started a petition to try to convince May to withdraw the invitation.
We choose who we honour, and this is a racist, sexist, divisive president who's supported far-right organisations in the United States and here in the UK. I think it's a real, really appalling situation that, we should be welcoming with such sort of pomp a man who represents, I think, the very worst of the world. Certainly doesn't represent the American and British values that I love.
Meanwhile, the president didn't even spare new mother Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex. Back in 2016, she had this to say about the future president.
And with as misogynistic as Trump is and so vocal about it,
Right.
That's a huge chunk of it. You're not just voting for a woman if it's Hillary just because she's a woman, but certainly because Trump has made it easy to see that you don't really want that kind of world.
No, I didn't know that she was nasty.
President Trump later tweeted, quote, I never called Meghan Markle nasty. Meghan Markle is on maternity leave and is not scheduled to meet him. He did meet with other royals, and this evening they gathered to toast him at a state dinner.
From the Second World War to today, Her Majesty has stood as a constant symbol of these priceless traditions.
Mr. President, as we look to the future, I'm confident that our common values and shared interests will continue to unite us.
Despite the drama playing out on Twitter and on the streets, the president appeared to follow the royal family's lead once they were together. Keep calm and carry on. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Yamichel Sandor in London.